The wind swirls in tight circles around me, and I throw my arms around myself, but not before I notice the clumps of dirt crusted to my hands and buried under my fingernails. A violent shiver works its way down my spine as I remember those hands from my nightmare. The dirt, I unburied them first. Hold up. Anyways, we're back. I just had to do something. I look at my own hands again, then search the ground beside me. They're in a pile, maybe 3 feet from where I inexplicably made my bed last night. Is a mound of soil beside a small hall. I edge toward the hall, bracing myself to fight off whatever lies in wait for me. But as I stand over the pile, I see the hall is empty. I search my hands one more time for a clue as to how I got here and what I was apparently doing in my sleep. My hands tell me nothing except that I'm freezing. I turn toward the only path I know for getting home. The path I used to walk with Aaron when we would come back from the Golden Apple Factory. Before Aaron disappeared, Aaron Peterson was the first friend I made when we moved to Ravenbrooks last summer. He liked picking locks and I liked building gadgets, and together we served up justice to hoity-toity grocery store owners and in Conan town for long. It's been hard for my dad to hold down a job. Aaron made me hope we would stay put for a while. Alright, let's see. Alright, so we'll read that picture and that's probably it. He was the first person I met who was as weird as I am. But where my family is quirky at best, Aaron's family was strange. His dad, Theodore Masters Peterson, was the famed and troubled inventor who engineered the Golden Apple amusement park, the last in a line of theme parks that had seen their share of disaster. Aaron's mum, Diane, died in a car accident at the end of the summer, something that tore their family apart, and Aaron's little sister, Maya, had stood with me in this very park 4 months ago, begging me for help. I half run, half walk home, the cold and my raw feet. Wait, hold up. I half run, half walk home, the cold in my keeping me from moving as fast as I want to. I feel a vague stinging along my ankles, and when I lift my pant legs, I find a series of fresh scraps etched across my skin. The stinging along my ankles, and when I lift my pant legs, I find I'm shivering so hard I can hardly make it up for the trails and through the window to my room. So that's how I got out. I mutter once I'm safely inside. And that would make sense, of course. I would sneak out the window. It's not like I'm going to chance walking my parents by sauntering out the front door in the middle of the night. Even in my sleep, I must have known better. and that is part 3.